Today's lesson is on what is acceleration. When you came into class the other day, you picked up a note-taking sheet. You need to make sure that you have that. If you don't, you can go to my website and download it, or you can take your own notes and transfer it to the sheet when you come to class tomorrow. So what is acceleration? Well, we've been studying two other terms. We've looked at speed. We know that speed is a description of how fast an object is moving. We also have talked about velocity, and we know that velocity is a description of how fast an object is moving, but we've also added a component of the direction that the object is moving. So we've talked about, we've discussed, we've done some activities with these two things in class. Now we're going to talk about acceleration. Acceleration is a measure of how fast velocity changes over time. The formula that we will use is a delta V over a delta T. Remember in class when we were working with the formulas for velocity and for speed, we referred to the delta as meaning change. So this would be a change in velocity over a change in time. So that would be our formula. So let's look at some examples for acceleration. Acceleration can be one of three different things. It can be speeding up. We have our car here that starts off at 0 kilometers per hour. He increases his speed to 30 kilometers per hour and continues to increase to 60 kilometers per hour. So he's speeding up. He's changing his speed. It can also mean to slow down. This is not normally what you think of as being an acceleration, but slowing down is acceleration. We do not use the term deaccelerate in the science classroom. We will use the term acceleration when we are talking about slowing down. So here I have a car starting off at 60 kilometers per hour, slowing down to 30 kilometers per hour until he hits 0 kilometers per hour. It's a change in his speed, but it's slowing down. So that is a form of acceleration. Another form of acceleration is a change in direction. Your car can be traveling the same. Here I have a car traveling 30 kilometers per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, but he's going around a curve. Any change in direction is also considered to be acceleration. Your car can be speeding up and slowing down as well as changing direction, and it's still acceleration. Your cars here may be traveling in a straight line. They're not changing direction, but they're changing speed. That is acceleration. So what causes acceleration? Well, the biggest thing that causes an acceleration is a force. And you know that a force is a push or a pull that is an interaction that occurs between two objects. You cannot have an acceleration without having a force. If there's no push on a car, or no pull on a car, or a person, or a wagon, then no acceleration is going to occur. The object would remain standing still and not changing direction. Therefore, no change in speed, no change in direction, no acceleration. So you have to have a force in order to have acceleration. When we talk about force in class, we're going to represent force on paper by using a single-tailed arrow. The length of the tail will tell you the magnitude or strength of the force. And the arrow will show you the direction that the force is being applied. So the direction of the acceleration is always the same direction as the force. This is a key statement. Make sure you've noted this statement clearly in your notes, and if you need to, highlight it. So let's take a look at this. The car is speeding up. So the force is going this way. The tires are gripping the road as it moves, and the force is pushing it this way, and therefore it's accelerating that way. Slowing down is a little more difficult because we still see the car moving forward, but the car is starting to slow down, and there is a force that's being applied to slow that car down. The force, the wheels are moving, and the force is pushing the car to slow down. We will do some more discussing of these types of activities and do some work with acceleration when you come to class tomorrow. If you have any questions, please write them down so that we can discuss them first thing tomorrow in class. This concludes today's lesson.